going on? It's your boy Pop, and we are back at it once again with Big Stick Energy. Another episode we're about to do, and it's going to be an interesting show tonight. I can guarantee you that one, because there's going to be a lot of opinions about what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we get started, shout out to the sponsors, Brock Brand. Go out and get your Brock Brand right now. Also, Quad Houston. Good food, good drinks, good people. It's all good at Quad Houston. And also the Den Cigar Lounge, which where we at right now. Come and get you a nice stick and a nice drink. And we're going to have a good time tonight. It's going to be fun, but serious all at the same time, because we have a lot to talk about. And I got my homie, my right hand to my left. Nate, what's up, Nate?
Real nigga tired. I just literally got in town this morning, and I've been running ever since I went on wash my ass, and I've been gone. Like, I'm tired, so hopefully I don't fall asleep in the middle of this. So if I do, just kick me in the shin. I'll wake right back
I definitely will kick you.
Yeah, but y'all know who it is. It's your girl Natalia, a.k.a. Nay to the niggas in the hood. What's up? Follow me on social media at The Real Natalia, or go to my website, natalia.lol. That's right, you heard the L-O-L, because I make you what? Laugh out loud. Okay, girl.
All right. Coco, what's up, Coco from Houston?
What it do? You already know, it's your girl Coco from Houston. I'm glad to be back after a little hiatus. Ready to talk about these good old topics that we be talking about. You can follow me on all social media platforms, Coco from Houston.
Jackie, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
It's going. That's
going
it.
Great.
Right.
I'm Jackie with the Jackie Experience, and I'm just here for the experience.
All right. So we got a newbie, one of my partners I've been knowing forever. I've been knowing since the 6th, 7th grade.
Yes, sir.
So, we used to play ball together and all that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on, bro?
What's happening? Appreciate you. I'm out here for the fellowship, man. I'm trying to enjoy myself and see what these topics talking about, and, man, let's get into it, man.
All right.
Yeah.
And going toward the back, we got my main man, the Pickle.
Big Pickle, TK Shanks, a.k.a. Big Pickle.
Hey, Big
Everything's
Pickle.
kosher.
Hey, Big Pickle.
And last but definitely not least, welcome back, Miss Ann.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Annie, the beauty niece.
And hold on. Fuck that sexy voice right now. We
What
need
sexy voice?
your goddamn voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean say it with my chest?
Say it with your chest.
Oh, you want me to say it with my chest?
Big Pickle
It
say
is.
yes.
It's Annie, and y'all can follow me at Annie the Beauty on all platforms.
All right. So, we skipped a week. We skipped last week. The crew had other business to do. They was actually in New Orleans for the Super Bowl with my boy Michael Brockers and the broadcast. They do the broadcast also, so follow the broadcast. So they was out in New Orleans. They was on the road, the media row, a part of the whole thing with the Super Bowl.
Kudos, fella.
Which hopefully next year, Big Stick Energy can be a part of that in San Francisco. But they was out there doing their thing with the broadcast. Shout out to the broadcast. Go follow it also on YouTube and on IG, the broadcast. Super Bowl was this past Sunday. And I'm not gonna say the team who won because I hate them. I'm just gonna say the green team won.
Don't be like that, man.
We're happy about that because
Don't be like that.
No, we're
man.
not.
Don't start with me on
We
this
are
shit.
not
Be like
happy
that,
about
man.
I'm happy
Don't-
for Jalen Hurts.
I don't give a fuck.
That's a Houston
Let me
native.
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
He is a good-looking, fine
man.
black
Let me-
man who happens
Hold on,
to
hold
be
on,
an
time out.
Omega
Fuck all that. Hold on. Hold
he
on.
has a
Hold
black
on. Time all that.
fiance.
Time
It
out.
is Black History
Time
Month.
out all that.
It means so
Time
much.
out with all that shit.
And they said it's
We're
black
talking about
up.
football.
Oh Lord.
We're not talking
Okay.
about. I hate the Eagles. He played for the Eagles. I hate him too.
Oh man.
We know why you hate them Eagles.
Why do you hate the Eagles so
I
much?
hate
We know
the
why you
Eagles.
hate them Eagles.
He know why I hate the Eagles.
Can,
We know
can
why.
we know why, or is it too?
We know why.
They must have beat Dallas at some point.
Because that's a rival team.
It's a rivalry with them.
Oh,
That
okay.
is a rival team. They
I
hate
never
us.
knew that the Cowboys
No,
and the
that's a rival team.
really
They hate us, and we hate them.
okay.
If you go back in history, they got chance and all that shit.
Yeah.
When Michael Irvin hurt his neck in Philly,
Yeah.
they cheered Michael Irvin for hurting his neck in Philly.
yeah.
I hate Philly. So
Can we
I,
severe
I,
dislike?
I, anything dealing with the green team, I have nothing. I hate them.
The green team.
I hate anything
He
dealing with
can't
the
even
green
put a handle
team.
on it.
And I used to like Hurst when he was in college.
Yeah.
But since he went to the green team, fuck him.
Cold world.
Well, damn.
And that
Cold
just
world.
straight up. Because
Say,
hold
that
on.
cowboy shit is
But
real.
hold on, I'm finna tell you.
He said it with his chest.
If you ask a green team fan, if you ask them, they gonna say the same thing about Dallas. It is that deeply rooted.
That is wild.
No.
I really didn't think the Cowboys hated any damn body.
No, the green
Like
team,
I thought they just
the
you know,
Seagulls, and the
Ooh.
Seagulls and the Commandos
Yeah.
are the two hated teams
Okay.
of the Cowboys. They are the two most hated teams.
Okay. So the
Or the
green
Cowboys.
team and the red team.
Yeah, the Seagulls,
Maroon.
the Seagulls and the Shitskins.
Oh, so yeah, that is more of a maroon. They're like maroon
Yeah,
and
the
yellow.
Seagulls and the
gold.
Shitskins are the two most hated teams of Dallas of the Cowboys. So to me it was the worst Super Bowl ever.
Even though this
Stop
was a
it,
historical game because it was the
Right.
biggest lead in
It-
what's it called, Super Bowl history. So
Tore their
Let's
ass up.
So I don't give a damn. I wouldn't. And you know, here's another thing about the green team fans. They're the most classless motherfuckers in the NFL. I heard. They tore their whole city up. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the win, they tore their city up.
Goofies.
They tore down street signs, they tore down lights.
And they got to pay for all that shit.
And you gotta.
it's jail time. That's fair time.
One thing I can say, when the Astros won the World Series, we was outside hugging each other,
Hell yeah. High
giving
five.
high five and giving each other beers, black, white, Hispanic, it don't matter what it was. We enjoy and we celebrate it with class.
Yeah.
True that.
Them people don't. But the rivalry is deeply rooted, so that's why I didn't like
What shit?
I didn't like
yeah.
it.
Okay.
But here's my thing. I'm finna say this here, though. Everybody always talking about Hurst. He's the black quarterback. But we did have another black quarterback in the Super Bowl.
How you?
Patrick Mahomes
yeah.
was the other black quarterback. And here's the thing.
black?
Man, that man
Listen to me.
biracial, man.
Listen to me.
That man biracial, man.
No, listen to me. If you look
black
at his
and you black.
documentaries and his interviews, he always talk about him being a black quarterback.
So he
He always
he
talk
can
about-
denounce his mother's side.
He always talk about him being a black
Well,
quarterback.
Pam
And the
Lips will say anything,
and
man.
the responsibilities have been. Now, I'm finna tell you this. His daddy is a nigga.
For sure.
His daddy is a real nigga.
With a capital N.
Real nigga.
Now, like I said, the man, he says he is a black quarterback. He has a responsibility as a black quarterback.
Okay.
If you look in the documentaries, Some of the documentaries he have been on, he have said that. The documentary about the black quarterbacks is on Amazon. He said that. He has a responsibility as a black quarterback. So I'm going to say this here. He's my favorite quarterback in the league.
Okay.
So you like him better than Dak?
And I'm not, yeah, I do. I do like him better than Dak. And Dak is a black quarterback. He's biracial too. But I like Patrick Mahomes better than him. But as black people, we don't want to acknowledge or give him his flowers, even though he's been saying that for years, that he's a black quarterback. But we look at the other side, oh, he got a white wife. Hey, man, look, whoever love that man, that's who love him. He got a white mama. That ain't his fault.
And it don't matter. White people don't accept us either.
But he got a nigga daddy. I would say black, but he got a nigga daddy for real. So,
But that's what I want to understand, because that's a really good point. You make it sound like he's not black enough. I mean, if your father bloodline, that you carry the trait, the bloodline of your father is black. An ounce of black, you black.
Yep, you're black. You'll
black. Never be white enough. This white supremacy and everything that we're going through, you got any black in you, they disown you. So, but you're making it seem like he don't belong, or he really not black because his mama white.
No, that's not that I'm making it like he doesn't belong, but I'm saying, like, we've been indoctrinated so much, and by society standards, we say, okay, just because you have a certain amount of black in you, that automatically makes you black. And that's not true, because I have family members that have biracial kids. So that's just like if I'm saying my mother's black and my dad white. Society says you are what your dad is, right?
Society says you're black regardless. It doesn't matter.
But they say scientifically, if you are what your dad is.
Yes.
So if I got a white dad, but my features resemble more on my black side, so am I a white guy?
My daddy looked like this man.
No, but I'm asking you that though.
It doesn't matter, because a white person is never going to accept that child. A white person, unless it's the person who birthed it, white people do not accept us as part of them. So, and I'm telling you this as a biracial child, even though, you might be around it, as a child, you live a different life than what your parents are saying. And white people do not accept you as a part of them.
Oh, I can believe that.
Black child
I can believe that. But I'm saying society will dictate how we think because of indoctrination, right? Because when we get down to the truth of it, because a lot of us are clay-minded.
Microphone.
We're clay-minded.
Right. Society shaped us to accept it. You're saying that we don't have to accept that if we don't want to.
No.
As if they don't accept it, we could.
You can choose to accept whatever.
One second. Listen to this, sir. This is what I want to say. And like I said, once again, this man have said that he's a black quarterback. Now, the funny thing about the biracial thing. Are we good? Say something.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Now can you hear it? Okay.
Okay, listen to him. The funny thing about the biracial thing, black folk, I ain't gonna say black folk. I'm gonna say niggas niggas fuck me up on this shit. So we don't want, Patrick Mahomes not black enough for a lot of people. But the man been on record saying that he's a black quarterback. But when Tiger Woods was on his run, he tried to distance himself from us. And we kept on trying to grab him and, no, you one of us, because he was winning. But this man been winning for years, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, and we can't, it's like we don't want to accept him. That's weird to me. Because we've been, for years, when Tiger Woods was, that's our guy. Every black person in the fucking nation was watching the Masters and trying to grab him, and he was not trying to be a part of us. But this man got a white wife, got a white mama, but he don't denounce his blackness. Make me understand this shit. But all black people, oh, nah, he ain't black enough. But Tiger Woods wasn't black enough then because he didn't want to fuck with us at all. What about Curry? But we want to take that. Klay Thompson, we want to take that.
I told people
But
can't
both
choose.
the Curry parents are black, right?
No,
What's his mother?
she's biracial.
She's biracial.
Yeah.
So he 3/4 and a quarter.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So I mean, technically, am I correct or incorrect?
You're black. He's the black.
No. I'm just asking.
But
Technically,
but you
factual. Am I correct?
yeah. But he do have that in him.
Right. So it's gonna overshadow that quarter.
Klay Thompson.
Right. He 50-50.
But for whatever we accept him, but we can't accept another black man that's half white, half black, that's winning. That's all I'm saying, man. Am I wrong for thinking this?
No. We all entitled to what we believe and what we want to think. We're all entitled to that. You know, and I'm not saying nobody is incorrect or correct, but I'm just like we say we like to live in truth. Like, let's state the truth sometimes. Like I said earlier, we've been indoctrinated and to accept whatever we've been told by the person that controls the pen. By the person that controls the pen, right? Let's speak on truth sometimes. We always say, oh, I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to be honest. But a lot of times we don't like to deal in truth. And I'm not saying denounce your blackness or denounce your white, but hey, man, you are what you are. Just like me and you. I know, been knowing you 30
a long time
plus years, right? Mama Donna and your dad are black parents. You got black parents. Your grandparents are black. It ain't no doubting that you're a black man. The same with me. You are a black man. And I'm not denouncing saying Pat Mahomes he may say he's black, he cool with that, but to me, being honest, he's a biracial man. Klay Thompson, he's a biracial man. Tiger Woods, he's a biracial man. And I think us as black people, we want to gravitate to things, especially when people are winning and being successful and doing good. I think that's where we lock into these guys, even though some of them may not want to lock into us.
But that's the thing. Tiger Woods didn't want to lock in with us, but this man is locking in. And I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is this man acknowledges his blackness.
Well, let him ride with us.
So that's all I'm saying.
But he is what he is.
But he is what he is.
Look, it need to be some standardized shit going on around this motherfucker. Okay, let me just put it that way. Because you can't just sit there and say this person black and that person ain't black and that person want to identify with us, but that person don't. They biracial, and that's the end of that conversation.
All right, hold on. I'm finna say this. Hold on, I'm finna say this.
It's not a bad thing.
I'm about to say this. And you the only one that's been through this shit that's
Correct.
on this panel.
Correct.
Out of all of us. Explain more how you feel about the whole biracial thing.
I mean, yes, am I biracial? I'm quite aware of that. The world does not see that. So when they look at a person, you're either a black person or you are a white person, but you're not one of them. You will never be one of them. Tiger Woods, Patrick Mahomes, none of them will ever be considered a white person. So if you're biracial and the white people don't accept you, then what are you? You're black. Because you're not a part of them, and you have black in you, and they say scientifically, the minute you have black in you, you are a black person.
But if you do DNA on white people, they got black in them.
But technically, you're not a black person either. You're African American. That's the correct term. So
I'm going to sum it up right here because we're going to move on.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Why is it only in America that you have to place a subtitle on the citizens in this country? Why do we have to put a subtitle? African American, Asian American. Why can't you be a countryman and just be an American? This is the only place that does that.
And you're right.
Very much so.
It goes all the way back when they used to call us, what was it? Not black, but it was Negro and Afro-American and all that stuff. And then we had Al Sharpton and all them people, whoever it was, and say reclassify us, and then we got reclassified again, and then we got reclassified again.
And we're the only race that happens to.
We're the only race that happened to. And now think about it, when we have other nationalities come to the United States, they, like you said, they're Asian American, they're XYZ American. Now it sounds like this ain't even our land, because we are classified as African American. And I don't like that. Like, we are American. Like, we are Afro-American.
I like being called African American because I feel like it because you got to think about, I just feel like it's a nod to my ancestry. You know what I'm saying? That's why so.
I like Afro-American, but African-American, that means everybody, I believe everybody
Afro and African, they're derivatives of each other. So it's not, you know what I mean? But I prefer actually being called African-American because I always want to, I'm always about the culture, so that I don't let it get too deep, but that's my preference. You know what I'm saying? Because for that reason alone. So
I'm gonna sum this up. Everybody in here has watched the movie Life. Now, when that white man went in that room and saw his grandson.
Whose black baby is this? Whose black baby is this? And the first words that came out that man's, whose black baby is this?
Exactly. That sums it up right there. And he going through the whole line of who kid is this? Who's the pappy?
But I know a guy, his grandmother was white. And she didn't like her grandkids.
Wow.
Oh, my grandfather
would let them come, to the house and stay or whatever. But, it had to be, when the son was there, or I forgot which parent was black or white or whatever. But, he was like, yeah, because I think his dad was, biracial, and then his mom was black, and so he identified. He looked, he didn't look like his Caucasian side or whatever. So you just saw a black man, but he said that he remembered his grandmother not liking them because they were considered black kids.
That black overtakes everything, man.
Absolutely.
Black takes over everything
because we are the original people.
Yeah. Period. All right. So the game happened. Like I said, the game sucked. Sucked the ass. Better yet, sucked monkey balls.
Oh gosh.
That's tough, bro.
But what I'm about to get into right now, because the game was actually secondary. The game was actually secondary to what happened at halftime.
Beautiful.
And I think it was one of the best halftime shows I've ever seen in my life.
I'm black, dope. Y'all. Cause I'm black, y'all. Cause I'm biggity
black. Cause I'm black, y'all.
That was the blackest halftime show that I've ever seen.
Speak on it.
In my life.
Everybody was black.
And I'm gonna let everybody talk. So here's my thought on it. So during that halftime, let me just say this. Let me tell you about niggas. Oh, shit. Not black folks. So black folks get it. Niggas don't get it. And I use the word niggas because it's ignorant. When niggas want you to shuck and jive and be entertained and want you to do all this other bullshit, but the man understood the mission.
Understood the assignment.
He understood the assignment. He understood that I am on the biggest fucking stage in the world.
The mecca of any sports event.
I got over 100 million people watching me. Let me shine some light on our culture. Number one, bringing Sam Jackson out.
Hold on. The way he brought him out, though, that's where people weren't paying attention to.
The way he brought him out.
The way he brought him out. as Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
And he's known for playing the role of the handman, of the house nigga.
The house nigga.
Yes.
It was so many symbolisms in that to the ignorant person, it went just like this.
Yep.
To the person that want Lil Wayne to be the halftime show. Who?
The NFL, it is on record. The NFL apologized to Lil Wayne and said that they regret not hiring him for the job because they feel he would have represented New Orleans because that's his hometown, and he would have understood that basically that Lil Wayne would have been controllable and he would have did what a house nigga would have done.
All right, we're going to get back to the Muppet Baby in a minute.
Was this before or after the show?
We're going to get back to the Muppet in a minute, Lil Wayne. What I'm saying is this, Sil. Kendrick Lamar, to me, has to be in one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. What he did, it took the balls to do what he did. Now, the whole Drake thing, that was minute. That was just the icing on the cake. Didn't nobody care about that. But what people don't realize, one thing he did do, he went back to 1988. And I'm finna tell you why. 88, 89. He went back. Hold on. I ain't talking about that. He went back to when the original Compton guys out of Compton was trying to ban NWA. Now remember, when Fuck the Police came out, they tried to tell them, y'all can't do that.
Yeah, they tried to ban the shows.
They tried to ban it then.
Them.
Right.
They tried to shut that down back then. It wasn't televised. He went back to that, and the quote that he said, they not gonna like this or whatever. They picked the wrong guy.
Yeah, the revolution will be televised.
The revolution will be televised.
Right.
Exactly.
There you go.
He went back to that time when they had to do the same goddamn thing.
Because they like to sue.
Because they like to sue. And the NWA said the same thing. Y'all know they like to sue. But we're gonna rock it anyway. We're gonna play it anyway.
Pops, nobody paid attention to the shapes either. Like what he was doing with the shapes.
The PlayStation.
The Nintendo.
Well, y'all also didn't. They were around him, and he was standing in the middle. That was American flag, and it was all black people.
The American flag. Now, the funny thing about the American flag.
That's another thing. Yeah.
The funny thing about the American flag.
Yeah. White
people thought, oh, he did the American flag. Now we back.
Oh, we're patriotic.
We're patriotic again.
No.
But they didn't understand the symbolism in that.
Right. And this country was built on black backs.
The country was
the blood
built
and
on
sweat and tears of black people.
It was so much shit in that performance that made me proud to be a black man. And you had the goddamn orange guy in the skybox.
I think that was the first time a sitting president has been to a show, and he chose, and I heard that he approved the show as well. If I'm not mistaken, he approved the show as well. So, I mean, that's cool, but whatever. That's nor here nor there because I don't give him credit for shit. But, yeah, also with the flag, as you see that it was all, like he was saying, it was all built, it was all planned out with black people, black men at that, because like you were saying, the United States was built on the backs of blacks, but also you could see that it was divided as well. So I don't understand why white people thought that, oh yeah, the American flag, we back. No, you can clearly see it was divided, and he's trying to make a symbolism that, America is divided. So, whatever.
I want to hear everybody else's thoughts. You got any thoughts, Lane?
Yeah. Well, I was actually at a wedding at the time, so I didn't get to see the performance live.
Hold on, time out. Somebody had a wedding during the fucking Super Bowl? What man agreed to that?
He absolutely can't like sports.
I was in Jamaica, so this had been planned before they knew, I guess, or whatever. But I did, watch it and, whatever. And, I understood that it wasn't meant to have all those bells and whistles and even like, and like, cause I saw a lot of the commentary before I actually got to watch it. And so it was like, some people was like, no, that's not it. And then some people were just like, and then even after people started bringing out the symbolism and stuff or whatever, some people was like, oh, most of you niggas didn't catch it. Y'all just saying that because y'all read it and now y'all go back and y'all see it. Yeah. And that may very well be true, but it still fits the assignment. You know what I'm saying? It still called it back to your memory. So whether you caught it the first go round or it was the power of suggestion through these think pieces that people were writing on Facebook and, just, pulling light and magnifying certain symbolism, then it still basically did what it was supposed to damn do, because this is recorded. This is going to be forever. It's never, ever going anywhere. I was sitting at Chicago O'Hare Airport at 4 o'clock this morning. 2 white women behind me started talking about the goddamn Super Bowl. And they remembered that black boy name. Why did I start talking in their accent? I don't know.
Black boy name.
They did. You know what I'm saying? But because I can hear their voices, like as clear as day. They sitting right behind me. And the lady's like, what'd you think about that Super Bowl performance? Oh, God, it was awful. I just, I don't understand it. It was just, he was talking too fast. And, I don't know. And then it was something about turning the TV off. But it's in the song. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess you got to know the song. And so I'm like, these bitches is thinking about this man.
They did it where you could hear it. That's why they did it. They want you to hear it.
I had my hoodie on, and I had been asleep, so I had my hoodie on. So they didn't, we never made eye contact, so they didn't know who or what I was. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. I just sat there and I listened, and I started to turn around and just say, because it wasn't fucking for y'all. Right. You don't have to understand it. You didn't have to fucking like it. Because we didn't say shit when we had to sit through goddamn Bruce Springsteen and shit. So shut the fuck up about it. We let y'all have y'all people. Let us have our fucking people. Y'all just mad because the shit is doing better than what the fuck you thought. Do you not understand that these overly lavish Super Bowl performances stem from trying to stop fucking In Living Color? When they did that episode as part of halftime and had the bigger viewership than the fucking game.
And we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but let's stay on Kendrick. We're gonna talk about that. Stay on Kendrick though.
But yeah, it's mission accomplished, bravo. I liked it, because of what it represented, because of what it stood for. And I really think now, because he's in conversations. I even, people talking about they didn't know who he was, but if they didn't know, shit, now they fucking know. Period. Mission accomplished.
If you don't know, now you know.
For real.
What I like, to your point or whatever, like when some people rewatch it, some people, social media, because I'm always on social media. That's one thing. If you don't know, that's what I do. But a lot of people who watched it, they were like, they didn't like it. They thought it was not flashy enough, or they did not like it had symbolism and they had to think about it. But some people I've seen online, has watched it again and ate those words and actually omitted it. And that's what I like about some, not all black people, even though, they may be niggas. They've looked at it. They had to retract their statement. And several people, by the way, I've seen, hey, I watched it again. I want to tell y'all, look, man, that was the best show I ever seen. And my God, it's amazing. I think I was just a little tipsy when I watched it. And I was just wanted to be thoroughly entertained. And it wasn't entertaining. But now that I sit down and actually watch it, it's amazing. So some of y'all, maybe y'all need to give it another try and watch it again on your phone or on your tablet or your TV and just watch it. Don't just, and judge it that way. Don't just be like, oh my God, I need to be entertained, because everything ain't just for entertainment. Sometimes you need to use your brain and think.
Oh, go to YouTube and watch it with somebody that break it down to you.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to say that it was genius, and I was thoroughly entertained, but because I'm an intellectual, I guess that's what makes it a world of difference, because I saw the subliminal messages, and I was getting it, which made me more excited. So, I mean, you know, in today's society, a lot of people don't have loyalty amongst our culture because they care more about making it. And so for him to, I mean, he put everything on the line. I think that was a huge risk. He definitely had to have some balls for that. You don't have a lot of men in our culture standing for us in the way that he did. That was like some Black Panther type power move. That's some shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you really break it down, I even seen someone talk about the Bill Cosby, the Diddy and R. Kelly, all of them going for sexual crimes, but it's a bigger picture than that because they all was doing something that was empowering for us. But we get so stuck on the bullshit, the thing that they want us to see, the mass. We're not seeing the real agenda behind the whole thing. It's a big American scandal, and that's what Samuel Jackson represented. He represented the mask of progress, but yet he's saying we still stuck in the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so much. It was by far the best. I mean, and I was thoroughly entertained. So hey, I don't know.
Okay, what you got? What you got, bro?
I mean, it was nice. It was nice. I had to go back and look at it several times too to kind of digest what I really was looking at too, because I didn't want to, kind of prejudge it. But I like to call it edutainment. Like you can learn something from the entertainment. That's what I took from it.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to me that this guy, with the flag, with what it meant to me, America being built on the backs of blacks, man. When I saw that flag and all these black faces in there, I loved it. But for this guy to have the #1 diss track, man, when I heard all of these, Hit 'Em Up, Ether, Cube, No Vaseline. From this guy to have the #1 diss track to be played in front of millions and millions and millions of people. A diss track to reach that stage after this man won the 5 or 6 Grammys or something like that. To have a diss track be displayed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's King. That's Petty Tenderbrass.
That was amazing, brother. And like, that can do so many things for him individually and collectively as a people. Like, he can do more things within his community and other places, man. So I enjoyed it. And then I took too with the PlayStation or Nintendo thing, it's like, it's a subliminal message now that black people, hey, we got to learn to play the game too.
Learn to play the game.
We got to play the game because all of this stuff out here is a game.
Yeah.
It's all a game.
All a game.
It's all a game. You got to know how to play the game, man.
You don't. He said take one life. Did you say it?
That's it.
Oh, at the end of it, it said game over.
Right. Right.
Take one life.
Right.
Deduct one life. So if you don't play this game right, you gotta play it right and still stay true to your identity, who you are.
Absolutely.
So we can stay true to ourselves and still play the game, and a lot of people don't know how to do that.
Right.
And so when you don't play their game right, when you don't play their rules, he said deduct one life.
Right.
You notice that
That's like Squid. That's
yeah.
that game.
Squid
They kind
Game.
of did the Squid Game. Man.
What you got to say, Pickle?
it was shaped like when you saw it was shaped like a game player, a
It's a
controller.
PlayStation controller.
And so, it made me think about KRS-One, X-Clan, Sissy, and all that.
Yeah.
It took me back to when we used to wear them shirts. It's a black thing you wouldn't understand.
African
You know what I'm saying?
medallions.
And so forth. And them symbols we used to wear of Africa on our chest. So it was a lot that was going on that I liked about it.
Okay, appreciate it. And what you got?
I'm like you, so like I caught on to it in the beginning, but I had to go back and watch to pick up other things because when you're in the midst of it, you miss stuff in the beginning.
Right.
And so, I mean, it was thoroughly entertaining once you definitely were catching on to what was going on. Because I think for me, I think a lot of people missed it. You should have caught on the minute you saw Samuel L. Jackson pop up. I was like, something's going on. So, but in the midst, even though his show was great, For you to have the whole world calling this man a pedophile, I'm sorry. I just was crying laughing.
A minor.
The whole
Right,
the whole world was A minor.
A minor.
And he had an A minor on his
A
necklace.
lowercase A at
On
that.
his necklace. But
A
for you to have the
lowercase a.
whole world calling this man an offender, come on, like that. Come on.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
That was just.
And 1 second, we're
Christ.
gonna come back real quick.
Important.
All right, check it out. So we are back with Big Stick Energy. Once again, I want to send a shout out to my sponsors, Brock Brand, also Quad Houston, and the Dead Cigar Lounge, which that's where we at right now. And we are on the subject of the Super Bowl. So before we left, I asked a question about Drake. So during the Super Bowl halftime show, Kendrick Lamar did do the song "Not Like Us." He did do that, which is a mega hit, and it's like one of the biggest diss songs. I mean, I think it surpassed "Hit 'Em Up." To me, No Vaseline was the number one, because it was one guy against a group. But Kendrick has surpassed that with this. And my honest opinion, I think Drake will still be relevant. Now, how relevant? I don't know.
But his fan base is pretty loyal.
No,
so.
he got a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
I will say that he does have a loyal fan base. And I'm gonna let everybody speak on it. But what I believe that should happen, I believe that sooner or later, that could make a lot of money. They should squash it, sit down and squash the beef, and do a double CD, a double album together.
That'll be insane.
And they will actually break the internet.
Kendrick can't do it that way and shit.
I'm just saying. No,
Kendrick ain't finna do that, though. That would be an awesome kumbaya moment.
In a wishful world,
yeah.
That would be something nice. The two brothers can get together and show people, hey, this is how it is. We ain't, we can surpass all our.
That's what they was trying to do back in the day with the East Coast and West Coast thing.
We're all in the same game.
Yeah.
Don't you know? Y'all remember?
I know that, but here's my thing though. Drake is from Canada, so Canadians don't beef or shouldn't. I mean,
they really should.
Dude, they just said they gonna shut our power.
I mean, hold on. Canadians are like the nicest fucking people that you'll ever want to meet.
Yeah, for real.
So to have a Canadian beefing with somebody, it's almost like an oxymoron. It's almost like an oxymoron having a Canadian beef with somebody. Mm-hmm. And that's just my opinion. I think he still will be relevant. Now, to what degree, I don't know. He does have a big following, and a lot of his following didn't like the halftime show, and I understand why. You're gonna hate on it because that's your guy. I get it. It's almost like me and the green team. Oh, Lord. That's pretty much what it is. But Kendrick is on a whole nother level. Drake could come back. Drake will forever be remembered shit because of Kendrick. Goddamn. Yeah. He'll ever. I need you to pick up your mic, baby.
I said Drake have a slick tongue, so he definitely, I think, come back with some stuff, but it'll never be able to top the symbolism and the power that stand behind what Kendrick did. So his have more significance and meaning. That was powerful. It wasn't just about no diss. It was about empowerment, and that's something that Drake may not just ever understand. So
it
hit different.
Because to me, Kendrick is about us. The people. He's about our culture.
Kendrick is from the culture, man.
Kendrick is
this man is
from
from Compton,
the culture.
California.
Exactly. Drake, once again, is from Canada. He was on Degrassi.
In a wheelchair, nigga.
He was a Nickelodeon kid, and not knocking that. I'm not knocking that at all because he. And he's here we go with the half black, half Jewish. Here we go with that. Is he black enough? Okay, but
Blackish.
but Kendrick understands. Once again, he understands the assignment of our people. He understands his voice. He understands that his voice carries a lot of weight.
You know, I want to say that I thought it was powerful coming behind how they made a mockery of Snoop Dogg when he was saying anybody that will perform for Donald Trump is Uncle Tom, this and that. And then he came back and performed. So they was making a mockery of that, which was kind of, to me, insulting to our culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we could pay you to do whatever. So to me, what Kendrick did, it was, to me, a punch in their face to say, like, no, you can't control us. So that's why I said it was commendable to me, because he stood on his own 10 toes, you know, and did that thing, whether he get the ridicule, whatever, backlash or whatever, he was like, I'm going to take this opportunity to do this. So I respect it.
Fluke, what you got to say about Drake?
Drake is Drake. I mean, he's a worldwide known performer, but I'm not really a Drake fan.
Me neither, but I respect.
I respect his
craft.
hustle and his craft, right? Yeah. Exactly. You know, and I like Kendrick. You know, like I said, I've been listening to him since Pimp a Butterfly, like 2014 or something.
One of his part. That was
and that's when I got really hip to him.
That was a bad motherfucker.
That's when I got really hip to him. But you know, I think Drake gonna survive it, man, because like you said, he's got his own following, and he's got and Drake is global too, man.
Yeah.
Drake is global. Like while the Super Bowl was going on, Drake was in Australia with a sold out
doing
show.
the whole show. Yeah.
You know, so I don't think it's not gonna really hurt him. You know, he may lose some fans, but you know, I mean that come with it.
Yeah.
That come with it.
Yeah. Anybody else got any thoughts on Drake?
Yeah. I mean, rapping is a hazardous occupation these days.
True.
You have a lot of rappers who've been killed behind simple beefs. So, I mean, the only thing I would hope that doesn't come out of this is it turns violent. You know, and I don't think it will, but I mean, in the past we had what Word Up magazine, double XL.
Well, here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna turn violent because those are not violent brothers.
Yeah.
Neither one of them are. Kendrick grew up in the gangster community. He's surrounded by gangsters, but those gangsters are not gonna put him in no shit that's
They're gonna protect him.
They're gonna protect him. They're not gonna jeopardize what he got going on. Now, Drake, on the other hand, believe it or not, is protected by gangsters too. So, but they're not going to do anything to the point of anybody getting killed.
Yeah,
because number one, Kendrick is not that type of guy.
Yeah, but Tupac and Biggie were protected by.
Well, Tupac and Biggie was from the streets.
Gangsters.
They was street niggas.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about two niggas that ain't street niggas. We talking
And
about
it's
two
a totally
guys.
different climate now.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
We talking about two guys who are not street guys. Kendrick is a backpack guy. He's a backpack guy. He was born and raised in Compton, but they did not let him be a part of those streets. That's the difference between the both of them. And, of course, Drake was born in Canada. I don't know if there's any gangsters in Canada. Maybe.
I think they got hoods out there.
I'm sure they got hoods in
I
Canada.
think you got gangsters everywhere, brother.
I mean, I'm sure it's...
I think you got street fellas and gangsters and criminals and all kind of players everywhere. So, you know, I don't think we can diminish what may be in Canada. I don't know. I've never been to Canada, but I'm quite sure I've never been to Sicily either. But I've heard about these Sicilian gangsters and these Italian gangsters.
They have a big Caribbean influence out there as well. So
in Canada?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like especially in like Toronto and stuff, that's a huge Caribbean culture.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And we know about Jamaican guys, Caribbean guys.
My job sends me to Canada often, so yeah.
I got some videos, boy, right now to blow your mind.
Some Caribbean guys.
I just got back from Jamaica.
Yeah, it's serious over there.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to say on that. The two brothers, more than likely, they'll surpass this whole thing. Mm-hmm. We're gonna carry on. We're gonna move on, and hopefully in the future, it'll be a squash beef, and like Pimp C said, we can all make money together.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of being separate. And that's the smartest thing to do because...
But I really just don't see that shit happen, bro.
Because...
I don't.
Reconciliation. That word.
Right, I'm with you, bro. I got you.
That, it's always possible. I don't know if it ever happened, but it's always possible. Hopefully it is that we can see something happen like that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a lot of people wanted to see Lil Wayne at the halftime show. and listen to me. No, listen to me, Nate. So here's the thing about that. You know, you got people on the internet still crying. Lil Wayne would have put on a better show and this and that. But number one, Lil Wayne, all you gonna hear this. That's all you gonna hear is shit like that.
Exactly.
You're not gonna get any substance out of Lil Wayne and what he's about. That's number one. Number two, Lil Wayne ain't for the people. He ain't for the culture.
No.
And Julius, we're talking about this. If you can go back and play a snippet when you edit this, play a snippet of what he said about Black Lives Matter.
What is Black Lives Matter?
He said, "What is that? What is
my
that?
life matters?
My life matter. Don't bring me no bullshit like that." Yeah. So he's not for the people. Kendrick Lamar is 100% for the culture.
Right on.
So here's what I want to say. On those thoughts of Lil Wayne, number one, he wasn't gonna be able to run that field like Lamar.
First off.
Wow.
First of all.
And then I don't know if he's gonna have an up or downer in him. We don't know if he's gonna remember the lyrics.
Right.
And all he gonna do is talk about licking him like a lollipop.
Cause I promise you, I was at that Hot Boys Louisiana Fest. I think we waited 82 minutes before that man came out on stage after Juvenile got off. And logistically, even though while they didn't have nothing, like for almost 30, 40 minutes, it was dead air. No DJ was spinning, no nothing. They didn't have, logistically, it was like that 90 minutes was long and drawn out for very unnecessarily. And y'all think he couldn't put a tour together he couldn't put a show together in the Toyota Center. What he was gonna do with the Super Bowl? Not right now. Now, if he was hot off of a tour or he had a song that was, you know what I mean? You got to also think about this from a business standpoint. This man is hot right now. Let this nigga ride the wave.
That's what's gonna bring the money.
Like just let the man ride the wave. If you ain't like the show, okay, shit. What the fuck? Like, why you gotta be bashing a man and doing all this extra shit? Like, it's unnecessary.
And then, not only that, Lil Wayne is from one of the poorest cities in America. He's from one of the poorest cities in America. Now, do he do anything for New Orleans that we know
he
of?
Does. We may not know, but he might.
I'm just asking, do he? I
don't know.
He don't do nothing. You from New Orleans? He don't do anything for New Orleans.
No, but some people don't like to be in a limelight, so maybe he's doing the incognito.
He lives in Miami. He don't do anything for that city. I'm finna tell you who I respect.
So no kind of foundations or no back to school drives or nothing.
Nothing.
I'm gonna tell you who I respect out of that city.
Master P.
Master P.
Nah.
Juvie. That's who I respect out of that city because Juvie still lives in that city. Master P still is a part of that city. Now, if you want to make an argument who should have been at the halftime show, and I know it ain't logistically right to have Master P there, but
you was gonna complain about somebody.
If you was gonna complain about something, let's complain about Master P. At least he does for that city. At least he goes back and do shit for that city and do shit for that community.
He could have managed to come out and do make them say and F them other niggas. Yeah. He could have did them too, and that would have been you talking about we been out in the streets squabbling.
Don't forget body.
How you know you bad?
So all I'm saying is,
you think they were trying to boo Kendrick? Cause you know there's videos of people trying to boo him at the halftime. Yeah, no, they were trying to boo him. You think they were trying to boo Kendrick? Let that nigga come out there and fuck them other niggas. They'd start throwing shit at them.
all I'm saying is this: they made the right decision on the halftime show, and it. Just because you from that city don't make you obligated to be the halftime show for that city. Because what they gonna do next year? Put E40 and Too Short on the halftime show?
They could, but logistically, it would it would have to be kind of like how Dr. Dre did it, where he brought, where it would, you know what I'm saying, so they can do a little bit of their little, most popular songs.
But look at the artists that Dre brought out. We talking about Eminem and Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent.
But here's the thing though, Snoop and Eminem always relevant.
Right.
They all and
50.
And 50. They're always relevant. And at that time, Kendrick is still relevant too.
Right.
So that you can't take nothing away from that.
Now, isn't Jay-Z the consult for the NBA?
Yeah.
NFL, right. He is, yes.
So what I'm saying is, just because it's in your city, they're not obligated to do it. When it comes to Houston, I know they let Bun B do his thing for the rodeo, but they're not going to let Bun B do anything for the Super Bowl.
Correct.
No, because nobody is coming to the Super Bowl to see Paul Wall, Slim Thug, and Lil Keke, man.
Now we.
Chameleon now.
No.
I'm born and raised.
We will bum rush the stage. We going.
Nobody coming to the Super Bowl to see none of them cats, man.
And I love all them niggas.
Me too.
We going.
And Brad is my guy. Brad is my guy. I see Brad almost every day. And they're not going to do that.
No, they will not move the needle for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Who they will let go, besides Beyonce? Travis Scott.
Or maybe Megan Thee Stallion.
Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Or Lizzo.
Yeah.
That's who they will let.
Yeah.
Oh, Lizzo from Houston?
Yeah.
Okay. I learned something today.
They will do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Taylor Swift, she was there.
But they're not the ones who we love the most, they're not gonna do that.
Right.
We love even New Orleans, we love Master P. Right. We love Juvie. They're not gonna do that. No. Even them going to the Bay next year. We love E40. We love Too Short.
Too Short, Mac Dre.
It'd have to be a big artist.
The Loonies, all them guys.
The Digital Underground, all
right. We like all them guys.
All that. They're not gonna do that.
But it would have to be like because even like this, what I thought Kendrick was gonna do, that he would do a show and that there would be like a piece, even if it wasn't but 2 or 3 minutes, where he may have brought out like a Juvenile, you know what I mean, just to give you a little bit of that back that ass up, just to, even just to hear that beat, it didn't even have to be a thing, because we hear the beat and we ain't got to hear the word because we already, singing it in our heart.
But I understand what you're saying, but Kendrick was on a mission.
Yeah, exactly.
He was on a whole different mission.
Right. But that's something that I could see it happen at a Super Bowl. If you have a big artist and then they bring out, you know what I mean, like, you know, somebody from that neighborhood or that city or, you know, whatever to be a part of it. Because then they would just have a small part. And they don't, you know what I mean? Because trying to have to plan all that shit or whatever, some of these people ain't never even did concerts over a certain capacity, let alone be able to choreograph and come up with a concept for a Super Bowl, you know, halftime.
And plus handle a $15 million budget.
Now you know what I want to see next year, though? On the cool. I don't care who is the headline. I don't care who the headline is. But I want them to bring Tony on stage.
Why? What's the next thing?
Because they represent Oakland. They represent the Bay.
Oh, okay.
Where's it gonna be?
In the Bay, in San Francisco. Now, if you want to bring some legends,
That'd be amazing.
you want to bring some legends on stage, bring them out. Now, I ain't saying they got to headline it because they not going to headline it. But whoever headline it, show tribute. If you're going to show tribute to that city, bring somebody like a Tony out.
I think that Kendrick Lamar would have done something like that, but he had a greater agenda.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't take the chance of them compromising his message or what he actually had set forth. Because he said that he struggled. Like, he went without sleep. He was going through, because he suffers from depression. So he actually had, like, some moments of depression and stuff because of the stress, but he couldn't give up. Because he said he had to accomplish what he had to do. But putting that, he was like, if you really break down all the messages and how subliminal it was, and to have it choreographed, and they actually went, the lady who have choreographed all of the top shows for the Super Bowl did his. And they was explaining how they had to put it together, move the stages around, and do all within 13 minutes. Yeah, and he said he had to have, like, the message that he was putting together, it had to flow, and the thought process behind it. He said nobody knows the mental anguish he went through just to get that done.
So the next 4 Super Bowls, San Francisco, I'm gonna say 3. It's 3. San Francisco,
Los Angeles,
LA,
and
Atlanta.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing.
Let's go with LA.
They already picked the dates, or they just know the cities?
The city. The dates I probably said also.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they did know. Goddamn.
Well, here's the thing though. They don't. So when they had the NFL meetings this off season, they don't know if they're gonna put 18 games instead of 17.
Okay.
If they do 18 games, it's gonna push it a week back.
Yeah.
So what they trying to do, if they do 18 games, they trying to push it a week back so so that Sunday can be the day before President's Day, so people can have off the next
Monday.
day. Yeah. So that's what they trying to do. Most people take off, but now they don't have to, because if it's a holiday, you don't have to. So we'll know in a few months if they're gonna add an extra game. So if they add an extra game, they're gonna take off a preseason game. So there'll only be 2 preseason games instead of 3. So that's what they waiting on. If they do, they'll push the Super Bowl back a week, and it'll end on President's Day weekend.
So it's almost like if you can't beat them, shit, join them.
Yeah, exactly.
Them niggas gonna call in any damn way.
They gonna call in anyway. So, but yeah, man. So the next 3 Super Bowls: San Fran, LA, Atlanta, and it's these next 3 years gonna be interesting who they bring out. I've heard a lot of people trying to lobby for Chris Brown. A lot of people trying to lobby for Travis. So we'll see. We'll see.
Now that'll be more of an entertainment show.
That'll be more of an entertainment.
Yeah.
What people have to
Niggas, they want to be entertained.
What people have to realize that Kendrick was on a mission for the culture.
Yeah.
That's all it was about. That's what it was about. Especially with the new president. Well, the old new president we got, and I'm about to go down a rabbit hole, but bring me back.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that the new old president that we do have is about to give up the country to a billionaire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's about to give up the country to a billionaire. This nigga know more than everybody in the world now about what's going on. So he's about to
fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Man, the shit already fucked up.
He gonna be the one to kill him. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying like kill him like shoot him. He gonna be the one to make him have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
But Kendrick came at the right time. But once again, the wrong person. So with that being said, it's gonna be interesting for the next couple years with the whole Super Bowl halftime. It's gonna be entertaining, black niggas. I'm not gonna say black folk. I'm gonna say you niggas out there that wanted to be entertained. You're gonna be entertained for the next few years because they will have. It won't get blacker than what it just got.
Yeah. So, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Yeah, but so it's definitely gonna have to be somebody that comes behind Kendrick that's has a really good following that can kind of because Chris Brown, I think he would be good because he does have like a white following because of some of the more pop songs that he's made or whatever, which is why Usher was also a good choice because Usher also has pop like songs or whatever. So for them, that brings like a happy balance or a happy medium.
I think I don't know which one. I think they trying to get Chris for the L.A.
Oh, that would be good.
Either Chris or Travis gonna probably do. They want Chris or Travis to do L.A.
Yeah.
So I don't know who they gonna get.
That
next
L.A.
year.
would be good for Chris. Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, and white people, I'm just gonna let you know.
Say for y'all.
If it is a white artist, I'm just letting you know. Black folks we do our store runs when it's one of your artists on TV. I'm just telling you.
Nah, for real.
That's
right.
that's
when
when
put another slab of ribs on the pit, nigga.
And before I go, it's two more things that I want to talk about. And it was brought up on the sideline by one of the guys, and I appreciate you for reminding us. But I still had that on my mind anyway. I like the whole thing with SZA and Serena being out there. Now I know that was a jab.
That was a big jab.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, that was a big.
I know that was a huge jab.
Both of them dated Drake.
Like that was some 50 Cent type shit.
Petty.
Some very petty shit.
King Petty.
That was some very petty shit.
And she was with the shits.
And she was with the shits.
Yeah.
Crip walked her ass off.
That motherfucker. So when
let me ask you this. If you were Serena's husband, would you be upset about her doing that?
He was the one that was like having her back about it.
I wouldn't have been upset.
You know what? I wouldn't have been upset, and the reason why I wouldn't have been upset is because it's you probably would never get the opportunity to be on the stage like that because that shit was bigger than Wimbledon.
Absolutely.
Right,
Okay.
And if you are a white man married to a black woman, you gotta know it's always about the culture.
I'm sure. I'm sure he
Right.
said, "Fuck you, we're gonna do it." I'm sure she said that anyway. Like,
Cause that's what I would have told my white husband, man, nigga, you better shut the fuck up and come watch his baby while Crip walk on this goddamn stage. Shut your ass up.
I got 2 minutes, nigga. I got 2 minutes.
You better shut up before I call a baby and then to beat the brakes off your goofy ass.
She probably won't have another moment like that.
She probably won't have another moment.
That's her exact words. That's exactly what she said when they called her. Kendrick Lamar asked her, remember back in the Olympics when, you did your dance and they, you got that smoke. He was like, how would you like to have that moment again? And she said, she was like, what, dance in the Super Bowl? Like, I never had that opportunity again.
Right, exactly.
Hey, man, I loved it. I loved it. I love the fact that SZA came out and did her thing. It was a shot. It
Well,
was
they're
a
on tour
50
together,
Cent
too.
moment. I'ma say that shit. It was a 50 Cent moment, bruh.
Yeah.
And
That
you
was
know,
low-key like boom.
and
bitch.
you know, 50 will do some shit like that. Like
He petty.
he'd have. No, if it was 50 Cent, 50 would have brought all his exes out.
No,
Today.
the baby mama would have been on the stage.
He'd have brought all his exes out just to dance.
No, he'd have bought the baby mama on stage.
The baby mamas. He would have brought the kids too. Shit. If
He
that was
like
50,
that.
he'd have did all that
He
shit.
like that.
The whole
he like
family
that.
sitting on stage in the corner.
Kendrick was a little subtle with his.
But you gotta remember, Kendrick and SZA is they're on tour together.
Yeah, they on
right
tour
now.
together. Yeah.
Oh, they on tour together.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that
Okay.
and that tour is coming to Houston.
And them tickets high
April?
as giraffe coochie.
Nah, he don't. That's.
I mean, even though they both have Drake has a major following and platform, and he's so global.
Mike.
Because even though Drake is global and he has this major platform and all this and that, he still can't intellectually bout with Kendrick on the social issues and things like that that connect with us directly. So to me, he's just on a different level, period. So him and Drake, although they may be, but
You know what?
I disagree with that.
You disagree with
I
that?
disagree with that.
Explain.
It just wasn't his opportunity. I mean, I don't think Drake expected for this type of, this battle to turn into what it has turned into. I thought it was just something. I don't even really think he thought Kendrick was going to respond like this.
Out of all the battles that Drake done had, he only won one that I know of. He only won one that I know of, and that was against Meek.
Meek, yeah.
That was the only one I know he won. The Pusha T thing, Pusha T killed him.
Yeah, he can't mess with Pusha T.
Murder.
Pusha T a bad motherfucker. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And it was some more that he had that he just he couldn't.
Yeah,
he
because
can't-
Meek Mill garbage, man.
Yeah, Meek.
I'm going to call a spade a spade.
Yeah, Meek is.
Who the hell say they listen to
Meek
Meek
and
Mill
Mike.
albums?
Church.
Meek is Meek and mine.
Like, I never heard anybody say, man, I'm finna pop into Meek Mill.
Meek.
Like,
Damn.
I'm dead ass serious. I ain't never heard nobody say I'm finna jam to Meek Mill. No, sir. No. That's it. Like,
And
what
that
else? I
ain't
don't know
even all
nothing else
that. I
about
mean,
Meek
it's
Mill.
just
I
a
ain't
little
never heard nothing.
breakdown in the beat because he ain't really saying too much.
I only know him.
But
I
I will say that song still plays right now.
Well, Dream
Yeah.
I'm
Chasers.
tired of hearing that shit, man.
That song.
It's
only
just
know-
a
I only know
breakdown
him
in the
because he
beat. Because
dated
other
Nicki
than
Minaj.
that, it just, I don't see what the real hype is about besides the beat.
Motherfucker be screaming when he rap, man. Nobody want to hear that shit, man.
And man, I just had a brain fart because I had something else I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Dealing with this shit, and I really just forgot it.
You was talking about Serena,
We were talking about Serena,
right?
and it was something else that was
I want to add something to the conversation.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's just a quick fact. I want to point out that one of the major executive producers on the halftime show is Jesse Collins, and he is a Canadian filmmaker. So just that layer alone, it's so fucked up, man. This Drake ain't had no chance at all.
At all.
Hey, Julius, can we make sure we tag Kendrick and Mustard? I want to shout out Mustard.
Shout out DJ Mustard,
DJ,
man.
I want to shout out
to
Mustard,
DJ
man.
Mustard, man.
Busted on the beat.
I'm finna order me
Yeah.
a couple of Mustard shirts, and I'm gonna wear 'em.
Shout out to DJ Mustard.
Man, that
Ooh,
he made that beat he made,
ooh,
man,
pure heat,
man.
pure heat.
It's unexplainable.
Yeah, pure heat.
Talking about the Not Like Us.
Well, that one and turn the TV off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he said he was excited when Kendrick called him. Yeah, he was excited about that. He wanted to work with Kendrick bad.
Right, and it was
I think
dope
they
that
say
Kendrick
like 40
acknowledged him
people
on that
turned it down.
stage and pulled him out
Yeah.
and said his name several times. So people can put a face with a name.
Yeah.
That was super dope. That was super dope.
I just shout out to Mustard, man. Mustard did his thing, and it was cool to have him on there. And a lot of people don't know who's behind the scenes and who does a lot of things. We know, of course, we know Dre, we know Timbaland, we know Kanye, we know a lot of these other producers, these dope producers that are out there, Jazzy Faye and so on and so forth. We know these dope producers, but a lot of people didn't know Mustard.
His intro used to be different.
I was gonna say, yeah,
his intro used to be different.
Yeah. But I like the scream, Mustard! I like that shit. That shit is dope to me, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, shout out to Mustard, man, on that. That was dope. The whole halftime show was amazing to me.
It was historic, bro.
It was very historical.
Historic.
And the crazy part about it is that it's Thursday and we still talking about it right now. And we're gonna talk about it. It overshadowed the game.
And that was a historical game in its own.
It wasn't historical. It overshadowed the game.
It was two black quarterbacks.
It overshadowed. No, what I'm saying is, even if it was a close game and it turned out that way, and it turned out the way, it's still, the halftime show would have still been talked about more than the game, and that's the first time this ever happened. Because usually we'll talk about the halftime show the next day at the water cooler and be like, that's
like
it.
You say, it's store runs. It's barbecue, ribs on the pit. You know, you're going to get coleslaw and all kind of shit like that.
Exactly.
During the halftime show,
and
man.
once again, white people, I'm going to tell you, white people out there that's listening or watching this, if Celine Dion is on next year, we will be going to the store. Buying our drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can't sing. She lost her voice.
Well, I don't know that. I just threw out her
She
name.
has cancer in the throat.
Oh, okay.
Black people fuck with Celine, so maybe you didn't pick another person.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's say Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Let's say Taylor
Avril
Swift.
Lavigne. I don't know who. Shit. I don't know who is who. No.
I mean, Taylor Swift was at the game.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, you know they don't want to see that no more.
Nah, Taylor Swift gonna break records. I'm sorry. You can't say Taylor.
I just think that people are tired of seeing her right now.
They go Kansas City people gonna come to the game just to throw stuff at her.
Taylor Swift will break records. Okay. She will break. I'm sorry to say that.
Yes, she will.
I'm not even sorry to say that. It just is what it is. Like,
they like her.
They love it. I mean, you can't knock what that lady brings to whatever it is. You can't knock it.
Can she sing, bro?
I don't know.
Oh, they say she's America's.
I don't know. I don't know a song.
I don't know what. I don't, man.
She just
I don't know what Taylor Swift song.
Wholesome American
Taylor
girl
is the white
energy.
They call her the
Beyonce is the
American,
sister.
American sweetheart.
Yeah, she blonde
Okay.
hair, blue eyes.
Right, I probably could
I'm
see it if you tell me, but I don't.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this here. She may be the wholesome girl, but I bet she's a freak.
I mean, look what she did.
I
mean, I would think so.
I bet she do some nasty shit.
She probably do.
I bet she do some nasty. She do some nasty white girl shit.
They
She
say
I
do-
mean, he
that's
was
typical,
with black
man.
women before
Very
that,
much.
so
It's typical.
I bet she do some nasty white girl shit. Some nasty Catholic white girl shit.
Oh God damn! Ooh, so
she
descriptive.
gotta be doing something good. He changed his whole look.
So descriptive.
I bet she do. I bet she do some real pornography shit.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Taylor Swift though. Shit. Fuck it.
Hey,
Hey, I don't know
busting
what.
them cheeks open.
I don't know.
She ain't got no damn cheese. She ain't got no cheese.
I don't know.
That motherfucker ain't got nothing but back. She left her ass on the
Taylor, I
chair.
don't know what.
Man, them her cheeks.
Hey,
And they
hey,
get
listen.
clapped.
hey,
Them
Pat.
her cheeks and they get clapped.
Pat.
okay?
Let's make sure we tag Taylor with this report. Hey,
Man, that
Keep
man.
in your
hey,
clapped
listen,
cheeks.
Taylor. I don't know what you sing, but do your thing, girl. If they call you next year, I want you to twerk like a motherfucker.
Shake that shimmy,
What's
sister.
gonna say?
Shake the back.
What's she gonna say?
Shake the back and legs.
Shit.
What's she gonna say?
Hey,
Y'all
Pop,
playing, she
what
still
that mouth
pulling.
do?
Oh man, watch out there now.
Big Pickle
So,
say, come get this big pickle.
so here's I caught up to what I wanted to talk about before we end everything. So, back in 1994, 95, 94, 95.
That was a good year.
Before Michael Jackson, the halftime show has been real bullshit. Like bullshit. So, and Julius, tag them too. I'm finna talk about them. All these motherfuckers. I'm finna tag them. No, it's a good thing. Tag the Wayans brothers. All of them. Damon, Marlon, Kim,
Keenan.
Sean,
Yeah.
Keenan.
Right.
Tag all of them. And I want to say this here. What they did was historical back in 94, 95. What they did was historical. They, at that time in Living Color, was one of the biggest sketch shows in America. And they figured, well, the Super Bowl on a Sunday. If everybody remember, In Living Color came on a Sunday. The Super Bowl aired, of course, on a Sunday. The year before that, they had some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck they had on there. They probably had some type of honky-tonk ass shit on them.
No.
On the Super Bowl. So they told everybody to tune in for their halftime show. Fox let them cut into the halftime during those minutes, and they broke records. So the NFL had to come back and say, whoa, hold on. Everybody went from this station to this station and watched In Living Color.
Some people didn't even go back to the game.
And some people didn't even go back to the game because they sat and watched the rest of In Living Color. So the following year, what the NFL do? They brought out the biggest pop star in the world.
That's why I say Kendrick gonna be a tough act to follow.
They brought out the biggest pop star in the world, which is Michael Jackson, the following year, to not have that shit happen.
Right. Right.
So shout out to In Living Color, Damon, Keenan, Sean, Marlon, Kim, Damon Jr.
All them niggas.
Yeah.
All them. Y'all did something to change to the trajectory
Of the halftime.
of the halftime show in the NFL.
Leave it to black people.
That was bold, and it took nuts to do that, to go up against the halftime show or go up against the NFL period.
Right.
It took a lot of balls to do that, and shout out to them. How y'all feel about that though? Anybody have any feelings about that? I know you do, Nay.
What about as far as
what they did and how they changed shit.
Yeah, I mean that I heard about it much later. You know what I mean? I know I remember. I can't remember the episode specifically, but I do. I was a huge fan of the show. Of course, hoping one day I would get to be on it type shit. But yeah, it was like that was pretty dope, especially to hear about it after the fact and how. Because we never know what the behind-the-scenes shit is that be really going on with some of this stuff. So to know that they had to, recruit a fucking mega superstar where, and even the story behind how he did the first show is bananas. You know what I'm saying? So when you get an opportunity to hear how, hear those missing pieces, you know what I mean? It was, I was so proud of them niggas. Like, I was like, damn, that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? You were able to create a moment that took away from the biggest football game, like that happens every year, you know what I'm saying? So that was fucking phenomenal. And that's part of the reason why, like, I've always been, you know, like for the culture, proud of my culture. You know, I was wearing my hair natural years and years ago. And so, you know what I mean? Like really just embracing my blackness because that was a black show. You know what I mean? Even like thinking about Arsenio Hall. You know, I used to think I was going to get to be on Arsenio Hall and stuff like that. So it's just amazing when you get to kind of hear all of the behind the scenes stuff, even about like how the shit ended and how it started, you know, whatever. So that, you know, hearing that history and stuff, that's some dope shit. And it ought to make you proud as a black person.
I remember the team that played during that during that game. It was the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Shitskins.
That's why you remember the Shitskins.
it was the Shitskins because the following year the Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
Well, what I think, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What I think would be genius is if us as our culture, like major hitters, do what In Living Color did, like do a whole new. So if they did come behind this year, next year with some bullshit type of time, we could take those viewers again. Because I believe in what's done before, it recycles. So if they don't come with someone major to hold the attention of everybody like we just had, yeah, we can have our own, do a show. Like something major that is relevant during the time, like Wild 'N Out can come with a special or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That will snatch the viewers.
And I think, and here's what I think. I'm gonna let you talk for a little bit because I know you want to talk.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna let y'all talk after this. And I believe. So here's what happens. We find out at the beginning of the year who gonna be the halftime show. So whoever is the halftime show, if it is a white act, it depends on who it is. I think somebody will come back. Somebody in our culture will come and say, are we finna do this over here, change the channel.
And do it on a black network. Hello.
Yeah. What'd you say?
No, I just said do it on a black network. That would be even more powerful. Like, to me, it would show me, like, if it was broadcasted on our own or, like, you know, Tyler Perry's network or whoever, if we have a black network to cast it on, that would be, Tubi. Anything,
I don't think
black
Tubi's
network,
black
I think
network.
it would be powerful.
Just show black shows.
Yeah, I think Tubi is owned by
no Negroes.
I think it's owned by some white folks, but you know, all of them owned by white people. If you ask me. And what you got to say, Ann? Annie? Oh, I thought you had something to say. But Super Bowl,
Okay,
it was.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this: we'll find out week 1 of football season who is going to be the next act for the Super Bowl. And, of course, we're going to talk about it because we talked about it this past year when it came out, and everybody had their thoughts on it. And like I told you in the beginning, look, everybody, all these people wanted Lil Wayne and do it. He's not obligated. No one is obligated just because you're from that city to be on that show, on that platform. You're not obligated for that shit. I mean, it happened one time. And now everybody feel like, well, no, you don't. They've had the Super Bowl in Atlanta. Everybody in Atlanta wasn't on there. Jermaine Dupri.
Jeezy is not going to be on the Super Bowl.
Jermaine Dupri came out. But all I'm saying is you're not obligated to be on that platform just because you're from that city. It would be cool, but you're not obligated for that shit. That don't mean you got to put somebody on there that's from that city. If that was the case when it was in New York, they got a shitload of artists from New York, and they wasn't on there.
Could have got Jim Jones, nigga. I mean, like,
but what I'm saying is it wasn't on there.
No.
They didn't have a new and hip hop started in New York. They had Bruno Mars on there. So you're not obligated to have the show, to have that shit wherever you're from. Only thing, when the last time it was here, only thing Beyonce did was sung the national anthem. If that was the case, Jay-Z could put Beyonce on that motherfucker every year.
Every year.
So all of that shit doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter to them. It matters who's relevant and who's going to put on the show the right way.
And who gonna bring the money in, man?
Who's going to bring the money
That part, because they dropped them statistics real quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Did you
Like
know?
the coin they made off
Did y'all
Kendrick.
know? Did y'all know the NFL made $800 million in just a few days?
Wow.
I can believe it.
I just wanted to say, at a time in our country right now where we're at the most, talked about with all the controversy and just everything that's going on with the race war and just all of the politics, they approved that show. People, we talking about it as if the Super Bowl, the NFL didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
They knew. So controversy sells, and it is all about the money. It's about the revenue. So, yeah, they allowed it, and it was powerful, but they allowed it. They would have stopped that. They could have shut it down.
Yeah.
So they allowed it because they knew that this is the time to release something so great like that. It was going to get talked about. So when something major is going on like this, it's usually a distraction for something bigger. Like it's something else in the country going on that they're taking our attention off of.
The only way it could have got blacker if you'd have brought Public Enemy and X-Clan on there,
Man.
and let them be a part of it. That was the only way it could have got blacker.
They not gonna let that
They're
happen.
not gonna let that.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
They would have
bro.
said, now, Kendrick.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
If you let Chuck D, Chuck D on the stage,
He didn't home fight the power. We would have had to start marching
Ice Cube, Professor Griff.
right after the show.
No, man.
you was
Right. Third quarter, we've been outside. Walking up and down the block.
you wasn't gonna let that happen. But
we would have been congregating.
here's one thing about it:
outside.
everything was black. It was in a black city, considered a black city,
All the dancers were black.
and you had 2 black quarterbacks,
Yes.
and
It's Black History Month.
it's Black History Month.
Man, can I chime in on that?
Go ahead.
Man, y'all ain't gonna like me. What the fuck is Black History Month? What the fuck is that?
Don't make it more than what it gotta
I'm
be.
tired of people talking about Black History Month. Hey man, I'm black 365
We
goddamn
understand
days
that.
a
We
year.
understand
You
that.
not
Nobody's saying
finna
you gotta be
relegate my
relegated.
history to one goddamn month. Teach your children and practice Black history every goddamn month and every day if you
You
can.
aren't supposed to do that. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to-
Exactly.
you're
So
not
don't
supposed
let
to-
these people designate
Exactly.
or
No,
relegate.
No.
Who said that they do though?
Exactly.
Because that wasn't
Who else
my
does it?
No, but that was my upbringing though.
Who else
so
does
you're
it?
sadly mistaken that you think that our history is just that this is the month that has had this has
But why take this month to
This has
particularly
been created
recognize your
over-
history?
This has been created over a series of events.
Who created that?
It used to be a day. Now listen.
Who created that?
Baby, listen. You got to understand. It ain't like they just jumped up and said, "Hey, let's give these niggas a month." You know what I'm saying?
Shit, that's what they
so they
did.
can shut up. No, they didn't.
Yes, they
because
did.
you still that does not. That's just like you sitting here saying, "Oh, well, these people saying February is Black History Month. Well, that's the only time we supposed to celebrate." Who the fuck said that?
Hey,
Nobody
that's the
said-
only time a lot of black people
Baby,
engage in Black history in February.
That's not true.
No, that is true.
That is when it is more publicized because
That's-
that is the
that's when
month
it's
in which
true.
it is celebrated. Do you not understand what a celebration is? So, you know what I'm saying? A celebration is an opportunity to magnify, to amplify. So that does not mean that we have to do that the rest of the year we just sit around and we don't talk about nigga shit. Like, come on, man. Like,
Man,
I was not raised off of Black History Month.
No.
I knew that I was black 365 days a year.
Right.
We did not sit on our ass the rest of the months. That was not always the
But
case.
you and
How
I
do
may
you
be
think-
exceptions. But most
But
of the
that's-
people that I see that I follow on social media,
Well, see,
they
your
don't
first
post
problem is social
shit
media.
black throughout the year.
Your
Who
first,
do you
your first
follow?
problem is social media. What
They
you
don't
talking
follow-
about?
listen,
most
listen.
people that I know,
But
That's not even a credible source to try to have that as a statistical fact.
All right, hold on. So here's the thing.
That's dead.
Here's the thing. we went to an all-black school, right?
That part.
Cashmere High School. And did we celebrate February? Yeah, we did. But we also talked about it the whole year.
Exactly.
We had a teacher, Coach Ogilvy, that taught that shit the whole year. He taught world history, but he also included us in it.
That's how it's supposed to be, bro.
What people fail to realize, and I like that conversation. I like that because that's what this show is about. That we have different thoughts. What people fail to realize and don't understand is that American history is our history. This motherfucker was built on the backs of us, of our people.
And stolen from us.
And everything was stolen from us. So what I'm saying is this here. We have to acknowledge every month for us. Now, white folks gave us this month.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen to me. I understand what you're saying. I understand what they said. But what I'm saying is this here. They gave us this month, technically gave us this month, but we have to celebrate us every month. Mm-hmm. We have to. I'm black every month.
And we have to teach our children this.
And we definitely have to teach our children this.
We can't depend on the school to teach our kids
because one thing they trying to do is take us out of the equation. But they can't stop shit. They can't stop us from talking about the shit.
But how they gonna take you out of something if you teach it in your house? They can't take me out of shit.
And that's
Let
the
me
point.
explain something
We
to you.
teaching-
All it takes is about two
Hey, man.
generations to be.
I teach shit in my house to my children.
To be erased in the history books. You understand that
hold
where
on.
your kids won't even know anything
But
about your
the
history.
thing
hold
about
on, listen to
whoever
me.
controls the pen writes history.
Here's the thing.
Teach your kids at home.
Let me tell you
People
something.
in the administrative
y'all
buildings to
both
do that.
on the same page. Y'all talking about the same thing, but just coming at it differently.
Because I'm not dependent on no administrator, no teacher, nobody to teach my kids
I
about
don't
black
believe that's
history.
ever been the ideology. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't. I mean, I'm not even understanding. I mean, it's just it's a month to where the masses are to celebrate and to recognize. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the harm in it. You know what I mean? Clearly it has some kind of impact because they showed the fuck was trying to cancel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes we be complaining about the wrong shit. You know what I mean? Like. Okay, they gave us the shortest month of the year, and that's the only time you see more posts. Okay, but that does not mean that it's not going on. Because the truth of the matter is, when the rubber really meets the road, make sure you're doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing for your children. And that's how that shit keeps going. You're not supposed to depend on the educational system because charity starts at home. So at the end of the day,
Bingo.
the real charge is making sure, don't worry about what the hell they doing at the schools and who trying to do this and who trying to do this. If you stay in your motherfucking lane, if you teach your goddamn kids what they need to know, and if everybody had that same ideology, then we will be okay. We are okay.
But you know what, Nate? A lot of people don't think like that because a lot of people depend on
we can't worry
teachers.
about those that don't, and we have.
It's not the fact that we worried about it, but I'm saying it is a
That's what
thing.
you pressed about. That's what
It's
you
a
really
thing.
pressed about right now.
Because a lot of people depend on it. It is an issue. It has to be an issue.
But then
because
if
we
it's
allow.
an issue, be part of the problem. You complaining about it, but then
No,
go
I ain't
and-
complaining about it because I
you
teach.
know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about it and I teach.
Okay, well then you doing your part, and that's all you can do,
Right.
baby. But you cannot micromanage and control everything.
No, I'm not trying to do that. But I'm just saying, us collectively as a race, we have to bring awareness to that, not just when it's
you do
pointed
that,
out
and then-
one
and keep it
particular
pushing.
month.
But that's true. But to add to that, we say the white folks gave us the shortest month and all that, right? It has nothing to do with us not celebrating our own. Who do we blame? We don't blame the white folk. If you black and you only want to celebrate during the 1 month of 12, That's their fault. You have to blame them.
Right, and that's what I'm blaming. Right. No, I'm not blaming the white folk. I'm talking about us.
So having a Black History Month is still they don't have a Mexican History Month or I mean.
No, they got all that. They got that.
Yeah, the Mexican heritage.
They got Pacific Islander Month. They got all of that.
Yeah.
They got Pacific Islander Month, Asian, all that. They got that. They got that. They got that.
I mean,
Well, Black History used to be a week.
Right. At first,
Yeah, it
was
used to be a
day.
week. When Carter G. Woodson, he created it, and it expanded into. But then we talking about 1926. All right.
Right. You gotta understand.
That's how far back that we going back with how Black history evolved, all right? So now people celebrate Black history commercially. You know, it's like a way to you got what is it free tax Friday? What is it, Black Friday? Well, yeah, tax free weekend, stuff like that. So people do a lot of stuff during Black history commercially. But now, I mean, of course, like this young man, you know, is saying, and Nate, I mean.
Thank you.
I think about, I read about us, myself, my history all the time, you know, because I know that it was a lot of stuff like Pop was saying that they stole everything from patents, you know, everything that's around here. We created pretty much everything, you know, and so forth.
What we got? Oh, okay. Anybody else before we wrap up? Okay. So before we wrap up, I want to say this here. I know we talked about the Super Bowl. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar and his crew and everybody that did everything. That was an amazing show. Because we understand because we're more intellectual thinking.
Yes.
We understand what happened. We understand what was going on. We understand that he had a mission and it wasn't about so much of entertainment with that. So I want to thank him for doing what he did on Sunday. I want to thank the NFL for allowing him to put on what he put on that type of platform, because if it wasn't for the NFL letting him do that, it wouldn't have happened. We would have heard a lot of his hits, but he didn't play the hits. He played some shit that's gonna make you think, and that's gonna make you say, okay, that's what this is about. So I want to thank the NFL for doing that. I want to thank Kendrick Lamar and whatever production and whatever other people that was a part of that made that happen.
Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm. And it was just a beautiful thing for us as a people. Once again, it won't get no blacker than that. It will not get blacker than what it got. I love being black.
I'm trying to tell you.
I love it.
You can be scared, but it's fun.
It's a dangerous job, but somebody got to do it, and I enjoy doing it. I'm a black man every day.
Right, and we gotta live, but I don't live in fear.
And I'm not gonna fear what's happening. I'm
don't
not
live
gonna fear
in
what's
fear.
happening in the White House.
Correct.
Because I believe in the higher power, and
Absolutely.
I believe that we're gonna, whatever it is, we adjust to anything.
Right, because whatever one of them clowns in there, we gotta survive,
Gonna survive,
and we gotta provide, we gotta protect,
and we gonna make it happen, and we gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We gonna be all right. As Kendrick Lamar said, we gonna be all right.
Gonna be all right.
So what we're gonna do next week, since it is Black History Month, we're gonna go back to us, and we're gonna talk about us, our people.
That's right.
And I know we talk about a lot of shit, and we have a lot of stuff going on, and we bring out strippers, and we bring out midgets. I'm sorry.
That's part of it. Midgets and all that's part of it.
But next week we're gonna get back off into us as a people, and if you look on this panel, we all different shades of black, from the lightest of light skin, Annie, to the darkest of the dark skins, Pickle.
Hey.
We gonna get into us, because we are beautiful people. And we are the strongest people on this fucking earth.
Nothing like us, man.
And everybody wanna be us. And the sayings of Paul Mooney, everybody wanna be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga.
Until it's time.
And you know what I say too, man? Black people, we drive culture globally, man.
Exactly.
We drive culture globally, man. Everybody, every other ethnicity wants to mimic and be like us, man.
And want the black man.
Absolutely.
So what we're gonna do as we wrapping this up, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this. This was a great show. We had a lot to talk about, and I'm sure if we had 2 more hours, we can keep going and going on about this because it was a strong message that happened Sunday. It was really strong, and we're not even talking about the Drake thing. We're talking about the message that was behind what was done on Sunday, and it was a beautiful thing. Shouts out once again to Kendrick Lamar and the production crew of that. It was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing, and I enjoyed it and I loved it. And once again, thank everybody for being on this panel. Thank my crew. Thank our sponsors, Brock Brand, Quad Houston, and also the Den Cigar Lounge. Thank y'all for being a part of this here. And before we go, I always got to say this your boy Pop signing off. I got all the energy and the big stick where it went little.